you want to know my opinion on what I think, just keep on watching. It's your girl Nisi here, and I'm back with another video. And in today's video we're going to be talking about these crazy prices of subscriptions. Like, why? Like, it's getting crazy out here. So quick backstory for me, I had back in the day, I would say before the cost of living, like before the whole 2020 madness, I had everything. I had the Netflix, Amazon, the Hey You, Now TV, Disney Plus, like I said, name it in the comments below. I probably had it. But as time's gone on, prices have increased and just little stuff. So like with Now TV, they started adding ads, so you had to pay extra for that. If you wanted to use it in different households or on different devices, they added that, like you had to pay extra for that. There's little things like that. And then the quality, like if you wanted it in HD or, you know, just normal, and it's just like, so they were just getting a bit crazy. So the things that I've cancelled, I cancelled Netflix because I feel like out of all of those I mentioned, that's just the one I didn't really like. It wasn't doing it for me. I feel like for the last couple of years now, Netflix, the stuff that they've been putting out has just not been given. And then other people would get it. So my partner, he has it, so then he has one of those accounts where you can share it in different households, so I just use him. But again, I hardly watch it. I've got Now TV, but I've only got the entertainment. I don't have their movies. Again, they used to put out really good films, and I just feel like they went downhill, so I was like, why am I paying for this? I pay for Amazon, but I do buy a lot of stuff, so I actually buy films, because usually with Amazon, you click on the film and then it's like you have to pay $4.99 to watch the film, and it's just like, so even if I do cancel Amazon, which I have done in the past, those movies that I've bought, I can still watch them. I used to have Apple TV, that's another one. I cancelled that. I only got that to watch the series C. That was really good. So I think that was in the promotional period, you know, when you can have it for like 30 days and then cancel. But yeah, I had Apple TV. Again, I just feel like a lot of the stuff they've got's just, no, that's not it. I've got Disney, but I downgraded, so I think I get ads with that. I used to have like the highest one, but then I downgraded. And like I said, with Now TV, I've only got that entertainment. I cancelled recently, but then, you know, when they give you that offer, so I'm on a special offer for 6 months, and then I'm going to cancel again and hopefully get that special offer. So you have to play with these people, because they'd be playing with us, because like I said, these subscriptions are out of control. So what inspired this video was the clip I'm going to show you next. So it's about a woman that purchased a HP printer. And then, you know, it was working fine for a couple of months. And then one day she just got told, like, yo, you have to subscribe or have a subscription to print off stuff. And it's just like, like, you can't make this up. Like, what? So this is not even for entertainment. She seems like she's like an editor for a magazine or something. So obviously she needs to be printing stuff. And they literally told her, like, boo boo, you cannot print unless you subscribe. And it's just like, are we in the Twilight Zone or something? Like, this is insane. So it was a whole documentary, but yeah, I'm gonna put the clip so y'all can see it for yourself.
I'm losing my mind over this. Here's what's happening. My partner and I got a new printer. It was an HP. It seemed fine. And I went to print like a packing label or something, and it just wouldn't print at all. And I couldn't, there's no message on my computer that was explaining it.
And the ink is completely full. I replaced it like last week.
And the reason it's not printing says payment method needs updating.
Cannot print with the installed cartridge. As you can see, this page is printed fine.
That's infuriating.
Yeah,
I would be so mad if I'm trying to print something out and my printer is like keeps printing out a page that says I can't print. I won't print.
I won't print, exactly.
Maggie's brand new printer had been working normally for 6 months before it suddenly refused to print. She did some digging and realized HP had enrolled her in their ink subscription service called Instant Ink.
Get ready to ink differently with HP Instant Ink. Your printer anticipates when you're low and sends you the right ink right on time for less.
But Maggie's printer still had ink in it when it stopped working. It turns out that when your Instant Ink subscription expires, or if you cancel it, HP remotely kills your cartridges.
That's when I started Googling it and figuring out like that's a problem other people were having.
The ink that you paid $122 some for, that's in your printer right now, you can't use that.
I have 2 full cartridges that I don't have access to because I canceled HP's Instant Ink monthly service that they want to fuck everybody with.
Subscriptions are so annoying and they're everywhere these days. There are monthly fees to watch movies, listen to music, shop, play video games, water your plants, use your sewing machine, brush your teeth, turn on your lights, open your garage door, start up your car, use your fridge, your toaster, your water bottle. There's so many subscriptions you probably didn't notice that we made up. Plus, software gets buggy and it needs a lot of maintenance.
My car would not let me inside.
There is a software bug, I think, with the latest update.
I can't even get out the vehicle. Y'all could hear this motherfucking car.
A lot of times, software actually makes our stuff less safe, less durable, and weirdly hostile. This tactic is called software tethering, and it shows up all over the place. Car manufacturers have started trying to lock certain features behind a paywall.
BMW will let you freeze your butt off unless you pay them a subscription.
$18 a month for heated seats. That's actually one of the craziest things I ever heard.
Tesla owners have to pay $10 a month to gain access to all of their cars' navigation and streaming features.
To have to pay extra for something that the car is in the car is ridiculous.
And Mercedes locked faster acceleration behind a $1,200 yearly subscription, along with a bunch of other stuff.
Unlocking the dash cam will cost you an extra $16 a month. Remote starting this will cost you an extra $35 a year. If your Mercedes gets stolen, they will help you find it, but for $2 a month.
You bought that heated seat, you bought those components, they put that into the price of the vehicle, and now they're charging you for the right to use it.
A brand new electric vehicle, you can't even access the damn thing. This is 2022, people. This is what the future looks like.
Imagine if we charge you for gasoline, then charge you for the right to burn it in your engine.
This is greed. I don't care. Oh no, it's capital. This is greed.
It's the kind of stuff that just makes you want to take a giant dump on someone's head.
It's not just cars. The same thing with their $90 device car thing less than 2 years after it went on the market, as did Juicero with its $400 juicer. And earlier this year, the electric car company Fisker filed for bankruptcy, which has left thousands of people who bought that car wondering if they'll still be able to drive it when the servers go down, or if they now own the world's most expensive paperweight.
In a world where your device...
Okay, so I know that was a bit lengthy, but I had to like chop and screw it because of like copyright issues and some music playing in certain parts. And plus it's quite long, I just wanted to get the main factors. So when she touched on like people having a subscription like nearly for multiple things in their house, so you know, through the fridge, the phone, the TV, switch on and turn off the lights. It's the fridge for me, like that's crazy. I've heard of those like kind of like futuristic fridges. People that live in those proper like electrical houses, futuristic forward houses, you know, like the toilet, like you can tell the toilet to flush itself, you know, it's just crazy. Like, yeah, it's all cool and all until you have no electricity, like there's a blackout or you have no Wi-Fi. Like I have a smart TV and I hate it because like when the Wi-Fi is down, obviously the TV can't work. When back in the day you switched on the TV, as long as you had the aerial working and connected, or if you had cable, as long as the cable was connected, you were good. So you know what I mean, we've come a long way, but at the same time it's like we've not really come the right way, because literally when my Wi-Fi is acting up or if the weather's bad and obviously the Wi-Fi is not coming through, I can't use my phone. Well, I can because I've got unlimited data, but you know what I mean, the kids can't use the iPads, can't watch the TV because, you know what I mean, can't use the printer because to use the printer you have to be connected to Wi-Fi. So it's all those kind of things there, like it's crazy. So first of all, let's get into these luxury cars. So the latest plate car I've ever had was a 22 plate car. I got that in 2023, so it was only like a couple of months old, so it's probably about 3 to 4 months old. But yeah, it had, you know, the touch screen. I'm sure I could subscribe to something, but I didn't. I was just like, I ain't trying to do too much. But these, like, you know, Mercedes, the Beamers, these Teslas be doing way too much. And yeah, like the other day, the Tesla that caught on fire, what is it, the Cybertruck that just caught on fire in front of the Trump like towers, like There's just always something going on with the Tesla. So seeing those couple of clips where the woman can't get in, no, she can't get out of car. I've seen clips where people need to go to work, they can't get in the car. Like, it's nuts. And I'm just afraid of one day something seriously might happen. You know what I mean? Let's just say, God forbid, your car caught a fire, like from the bonnet. And as normal, you would just jump out your car, try and, you know what I mean, wave someone down, ask for help. If your Tesla doesn't open, hello, you like the car's gonna blow. You're gonna blow up with the car. So yeah, these luxury cars are just doing way too much. And then when you take it into the garage, even most mechanics, they struggle to fix them because it's just all technical and all electrical. So the mechanics are like, you know what I mean? You can't be expecting a mechanic from like the 90s, 80s to be fixing, you know what I mean? All these new technical cars. It's crazy. They're doing way too much. But yeah, for the printer now, I have a HP printer. So when I was just watching it, I was just looking at my printer in the background like, don't even try do that to me because I will send you back to where I bought you from. Like, so that whole ink thing, I do have that. I am subscribed, but I don't have to pay much. I pay like the lowest. So I know people that obviously work in offices for magazine. If you do a lot of editing, like, you know, big things where you need to be printing off stuff, I know this must be like horrible for them because everything's a subscription. Like, they have to pay to print. I know a lot of YouTubers now have Patreon where, you know, I think minimal could be like £5 per month up to £20 per month. You know, it's like OnlyFans. Like, people have their different prices. It's got to be worth it. Like, if you're a big supporter of the person that's, you know what I mean, putting out the content, and obviously if their content's good, then, you know what I mean, you're gonna pay it. But literally everything's a subscription. It's crazy.
Hi guys, so today I watched a documentary called Subscriptions Ruining Our Lives. Here's why they're everywhere now, on the More Perfect Union YouTube channel. Now, firstly, we need to understand where this idea of subscribing to a software came from, and it originated from a company called Salesforce. Salesforce started a whole idea that was revolutionary called software as a service. So before, all your software used to be in hard copy, in a disk form. So for example, if you are using Microsoft, you would buy a disk. If you are using Photoshop, you'd buy a disk. However, this became very, very expensive to maintain, with technology always adapting. These companies had to keep on releasing new physical versions as technology adapted. So now imagine, yeah, if I've got Microsoft and Microsoft gets a new update. All that happens is that changes on the software. But back in the day, if Microsoft gets a new update, I would have to buy a new disk. But that means Microsoft would have to make another disk. Microsoft would have to constantly keep making disks to keep up with technology and new updates. Hence why software as a service was introduced by Salesforce. So this new revolutionary idea of software as a service was adapted by so many companies, including Microsoft, who introduced Microsoft 365 in 2010. This brought about revenue growth of nearly 70%. Adobe introduced the Adobe Creative Cloud in 2013, which drove a lot of their sales and drove in a lot of profit as well. Apple's fastest growing revenue is their subscription unit. They even spoke about BMW. BMW tried to introduce heated seats. If you wanted to use your heated seats, you had to pay $18 a month for them. Mercedes introduced a paywall for certain electric cars or certain cars of theirs. If you want your car to go at full speed, you have to pay $1,200. Tesla, you have to pay $10 a month to access all of the car's navigation and streaming service, paying for a subscription just to use your dash cam, paying for a subscription just to be able to print a certain amount of papers, which was introduced by HP also. So subscriptions are something which many companies take on to basically extort as much money as they can from you. And what is really scary about this software as a service thing is the fact that if the software has a bug, if the software breaks down, if a company decides to stop operating that software, you will be stuck with a product that is basically useless. And there are already examples of this. Like a couple years ago, a company, I think it was called Nest, if it's wrong I'll write it down, but a company called Nest made a product similar to Alexa called the Revolve. One day they decided they're going to shut down that Revolve item. They no longer wanted to support the device, so they sent an email to all of their customers who had purchased this item, which was about $300, saying, we don't want to support the device software anymore. we're shutting it down, it's not going to work. So all these customers are now left with something which is basically useless. The same thing happened with a car company. Fisker is a car company. They filed for bankruptcy, and they also operate on a software service. Now, there are many owners of electric cars by Fisker who are now scared that when the servers completely shut down, will they be able to still use their car? The documentary didn't really go into detail. It is short on what services these Fisker drivers will lose. So I didn't really quite get that. But I'm sure you can find that out with a Google search. And I'm assuming, obviously, Fisker is running on a software service thing. If they're using a software, let's say to open doors, or like a software to, when you need to navigate the roads, a software to use your dash cam, these things will obviously all not work. But yeah, a lot of new devices are now dependent on software. I mean, even your fridge, some fridges won't allow you to use the water dispenser, for example, unless you pay a subscription for that thing. Unless you have a dumb device, which is like an old-fashioned fridge or old-fashioned toaster. If you're using a software, you're paying a subscription. A lot of these things have subscriptions. You've got your Ring doorbell where you have to pay a subscription to get all the features. Most things you have to pay a subscription to unlock all the features, or you are left with very basic features, or the thing just doesn't work at all. But yeah, that was an interesting documentary. Guys, do check it out. It said on average in America, people spend $300 a month on subscriptions. Oh yeah, guys, sorry, I forgot to add that BMW did drop that $18 a month subscription for heated seats, because obviously everyone complained and it was just bloody ridiculous. But many companies are still doing these kind of things. I mean, Toyota as well, with $8 for God knows what. I don't know what feature you need to upgrade on a Toyota, but yeah.
I can't use the printer unless I have a subscription to.
I'm sure we all can agree that subscriptions are out of hand. And I would love to see the next de-influencing underconsumption trend, divest from the billionaire class trend, to be cutting our cords with subscriptions. I mean, it was all fun and games when you could use your mom's Netflix account and Spotify was 99 cents a month. I think that's up to $18 a month now. And they're too comfortable just creeping up those prices. And now they're putting subscriptions on things you already own to access and use them. If you go to that video and read those comments, people were saying things, what's next? You're going to have a subscription to drive your car. And I think that's absolutely where things are headed. And personally, while I would never have a Tesla, because I think that's where that's going. So let's all cancel our subscriptions, and there's plenty of free things to do. The library has access to books, TV, media. I'm pretty sure even some libraries have subscription services like Acorn TV. Tubi is free, and there's a lot of great stuff on there. Remember, billionaires don't stimulate the economy. You do, and you have a lot of sway on what our future is based on how you spend your money.
This is how my mom, she now found out. What's that? This money kept leaving her account. She found out apparently she signed up for subscriptions. Yeah. And I said, no, serves you right. Because you're just on the internet clicking. I've warned you. Listen. You think that's bad? My mum has... I don't know what she pressed again. Then, my mum doesn't even wear fucking contacts, but she had a subscription from a place called Hubble. Oh my God. For 2-3 years. Oh my God. Yeah? What else is there? Oh my God. There's bare shit. So they were sending contacts to your house. For years. I had to just take her phone and her email address. Mind you, she's paying £14 every month. It's too much. If this is 14... Apple, how many subscriptions has she signed up to? It's too much. I said it's not about having money. Babe, this is £70 worth of bills. For what? Every month and for nothing. For nothing. Do you know how much money you're wasting every year? No, mum.
I loved that second girl. She reminds me of me with my mum. Now, I try and tell my mom's a baby boom. I try and tell her, listen, you have to get with the time. She's got an iPhone, but a really old one. And even her flight, she's currently in Jamaica. I had to send her to Jamaica, but even that, everything's online. So I try and keep her up to, you know what I mean? But she's like, oh, no, I don't. Even in the supermarket, they have obviously the normal tills, and then they have the thingy, self-service ones. I'm like, go to the self-serve because you have to learn to do this. And she's like, no, listen, if you do not keep up with the times, you will get left behind. And now, even with her being on holiday, I have to check in for her because she doesn't know how to do it. And this is what I'm talking about. I'm not always going to be here. your other kids, you know what I mean? Like, so like you might get in a situation where no one can help you but yourself. Like even her online banking, she struggles with that, and it's like I try and show her, but she literally just doesn't remember, and it's just like one day you're literally gonna be stuck somewhere by yourself. You could get home, but all you have to do is log into your online banking, and you don't even know how to do that. Like it's nuts. But yeah, like she said, a lot of people are paying for stuff and they don't even use, or it's something they used back in the day. Even myself, a couple of years ago, I had to just one day just run through my bank statement. I feel like people should do this every 6 months to a year. We're in a new year. Go through your bank statements, check your direct debits, and cancel things, because things just be coming out and it's like I've not used them in so long. Like before we went into the new year, I cancelled Amazon. So obviously I had Amazon Prime. That's where you shop on there and then you get the things the very next day or within the 24-hour period. They stopped doing that. Like things were coming. So if I would order something on Monday, I wouldn't get it till Wednesday, and it's just like, but they would charge like £3 extra, £4 extra that you'll get it by Tuesday by 1 p.m. But it's like, why when I'm already in a subscription to get it the next day? And I just, because I'm trying to do a no spend year, so I don't need you because I ain't trying to be buying stuff on Amazon. I've never really shopped on Amazon like that because first of all, I find it quite pricey. So I usually shop on Amazon when I can't find something on eBay or something in my local supermarket, and then lo and behold, it's on Amazon and I can get it the next day. But no, like that's like a lot of things have changed and not for the better. They've gone downhill. They're giving like better or worse service, but yet we're paying more money.
Ugh, my Netflix subscription is getting so expensive. I might need to cancel soon. Well, they have that new tier that only costs $6.99. You could always do that. $6.99? What's the catch? Well, there is ads. Ugh, anything but ads. Yeah, but hear me out. It's an average of 4 to 5 minutes of commercials every hour. The ads will be 15 to 30 seconds each and they'll play before and during the content. It's also less expensive than the ad-supported tiers that Hulu and Disney Plus has for $7.99, and HBO Max's is $9.99. Okay, maybe it's not so bad. Oh, and also some TV series and movies won't be available on this version. And also the quality will be the lowest, 720p instead of 1080p or higher, and you can't actually download any shows or movies. Yeah, nope, not for me. In all seriousness, this could be great for anyone looking for a cheaper option and to save some money every month. It's going to be available in Canada and Mexico on November 1st, and then all these other countries as of November 3rd. And don't forget to follow us for more.
This is your reminder to cancel your subscriptions. You are probably paying for something that you don't know you're paying for. Check your budget and make sure you're not paying for something stupid. I found out that I was paying for a calculator. Since July of 2022, $5 a month. Slipped past me. $100 just flown away for this calculator I never used, maybe used once. Dumb.
Yeah, so even with YouTube, so I'm a YouTube Premier, is that what it's called, where I'm ad-free, and there's all the little stuff there. I get YouTube Music, but I don't use that. I'm a Spotify kind of girl. But yeah, you can either have the single person, which is $15.99. I've got the family package, which is £25. Woo, it's a lot, but it's worth it. It gives me a peace of mind. You know, for myself. So my partner has a link, the kids have a link, my friend and my cousin, and it's just good for like when we throw parties and we want to use music or a mix off YouTube, it will just play like ad-free. So it is good and it is worth it, but it still does hurt, and I know that's gonna go up soon. So yeah, eventually when it goes up too much, I will be going to the single person and everyone else will just have to figure it out. So for YouTube with myself, I do pay for editing, obviously, to like edit my videos. You know, I like to use like effects and stuff, you know, jazz it up a bit, and memes and things. So, you know, you have to pay for that. I pay £5 per month for that. Even to do my thumbnails on Canva. I love Canva, shout out to them. I pay for that. That's 13. I remember when I've been on YouTube since 2019, and I remember using Canva back in the day, and it was just like, I swear it was £8, and now, you know what I mean? And it's just like, please take us back. 2019 was like the best last year because then the whole 2020 came in, but take us back. Like, things are just too expensive now. Like, literally, I can't cope. I'm trying to think what else to do with YouTube. Do I use so obviously back in the day, people used to use thingy on Apple. So there's iMovie, but that was free. But there was another one that people used to edit on. So I'm talking about YouTube is from like way back, like 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Obviously Photoshop, you have to pay for that. That's a really good service. So yeah, obviously now we have CapCut. There is some free stuff, but the really good stuff you have to pay. So this is what I mean. Everything's literally a subscription. So you can tell when people do YouTube videos, TikTok videos, who's paying and who's not, because obviously the people that are paying their videos are just slightly better. Like, it is what it is.
If you've got a Ring doorbell, then you need to see this. From the 11th of March, Ring are going to increase their prices by 43%. But here's how you're going to get out of it. What you'll need to do is cancel your current membership with them before the 11th of March. They will give you a partial refund depending on how far through the membership that you are. So if you've paid for a year and you're cancelling after 6 months, they will refund you for the 6 months that you haven't used. You'll then take out a new membership before the 11th of March, which will mean that you'll be able to lock in at the lower prices for another 12 months. Make sure you share this with a friend so that they don't get caught out and end up paying more than they need to.
So before I go, I wanted to touch on that last clip. So I do have the Ring doorbell and I have the indoor cameras. So the one on the door, I pay a subscription for that. That's £5 per month, and we're heading into April, so that will be going up soon. For the ones indoors, I do not pay for those ones because nothing really happens that much indoors. I usually keep it to keep an eye on my kids. If I'm downstairs, I can see what they're doing upstairs, etc. My mum's recently got it for her dad, and I told her the price that you have to pay every month, and she was like, why? I'm like, because that's just the world we live in. Like, you have to pay a subscription. She really didn't understand why. I was like, you don't have to, but you know, you want to watch the clips back later on, so that's how they get you. A lot of people, they love it. Like, when I first bought it, I read the reviews and everyone said the same thing. They're like, I like it, but I just hate that I have to pay a subscription. But you'll pay a subscription to Netflix to entertain, but you don't want to pay a subscription to keep an eye on your house. I like to travel, so that's another reason why I love it, because obviously when I'm not in my house, I can see who's at the door or who's approaching, etc. I don't live in the best neighborhoods. Like I said earlier on, people be trying the car knob, people be trying the doorknob, so yeah. There's that.
They haven't already been, but subscriptions are really starting to lose their fucking mind. Let's start with Amazon. So when you're a Prime member, you'll be able to get, you know, the shipping for free, and you can get your shipping super fast. It hasn't been like that in a while. I used to be able to get a lot of stuff next day, overnight it, or sometimes same day. A lot of things I can't get for almost 2 days now, and I live in a major city. And then with Amazon, you'll be able to get the Prime streaming. It comes with your subscription to Amazon. And I don't remember it used to have, like, I don't remember it having commercials up until recently. Now Prime Video has commercials unless you upgrade. But I'm already paying for a Prime subscription, which means that I'm about to pay even more to not have commercials on the Prime streaming. Now let's go over to Instacart. Instacart, I paid the yearly subscription for Instacart, right? It used to be as soon as you put your order in, within 10 minutes somebody's already shopping for your stuff. Now Instacart have it to where if you want your groceries within 2 hours, you have to pay extra. That used to just be automatic with Instacart. You put in your order, and within literally like 10-20 minutes somebody's already doing the shopping, and it's getting dropped off within an hour to an hour and a half. Now if you want your groceries or your items, whatever what you're getting off of Instacart, in a timely manner, you have to pay more. And I don't know what other, when I use Instacart, it's because I'm running out of time. Like, okay, if I had time to go to the store, I would have went to the store. I just decided, oh, I'm gonna cook this and I'll have everything, so let me hurry up and order something real quick. That's what I use Instacart for. So if I'm doing Instacart, I probably don't want to wait 3 to 4 hours before the rest of my items show up, because if it's 6 o'clock and I'm just now noticing I don't have everything, let me hurry up and order something, why would I want to wait more than 2 hours for the items? But if I don't want to, now on top of paying the yearly subscription, I also have to pay another fee on top of other fees that still come, even though you have the yearly subscription, on top of tipping, on top of the stores charge more when you're using Instacart. Like, the subscriptions are losing their fucking mind. And the price of things continue to go up, and the value is either staying the same or getting worse, because I swear every couple of months you get on Hulu or you get on Netflix and they're talking about raising their prices, but yet I can't password share within my own home because I have too many devices within my own home. And if you want to do that, you have to upgrade again. There was one subscription that I was going in, which is one of my favorite things, but it's like, it's not really that much of a necessity, but they raised the price by like $10 a month. Savage X Fenty raised the price about $10 a month, but there was no, like, they weren't adding anything to it. And it's like, but every time I go online, I see new members get all of these sales and stuff. I may as well just set up a new email every single time and just go in and, you know, unsubscribe. Yeah, you get me? But they made a change to their subscription, so I ended up staying. But then this is what really threw me for a loop. I forgot the password to my Yahoo email that I made all the way in high school, like the beginning of high school, and I got locked out of my social media accounts that I created in high school. In order for me to recover my password from Yahoo, I had to pay for the subscription to their customer support. We have gotten to a place in society to where we now have to pay for customer support. A subscription at that. And I forgot all about it until I got an Apple notification saying that I was charged $14 for Yahoo customer support. I don't know about y'all and what y'all think, but getting charged for customer support is absolutely fucking insane. Now that's just like, okay, y'all really don't give a fuck no more. And I mean, why would they? People still pay for it, right? But that just reminded me I need to go through my subscriptions and really start unsubscribing from stuff, especially things that don't hold value. But paying, what do Orlando Brown say? Grapes, they got us paying for grapes. Having to pay for customer service is wild. Like, to recover my password, I had to pay $14 because I couldn't do it online because I haven't used it in such a long time, even though I was putting in the correct password, so to say, because I remember my passwords. It locked me out because I haven't logged into that account for so many years. But $14 for customer support is absolutely, that shit is diabolical.
Yes, like they are told no lies. Like I just touched on before about Amazon and just not getting it within the next day period, and just the service is terrible. Like even the guys that deliver the stuff, they'll just literally leave it. I've not got a safety like porch or anything, and they will just leave it. A lot of my stuff has got nicked because I come from one of those areas where people just like to take. You know what I mean? People be trying people's doors, like car doors, and even the house doors. Sometimes I've heard my house, you know what I mean, the knob go, and I'm just like, who's trying to come in my house? Like, are you dumb? But yeah, she told no lies, and she sounds so pissed. Like we're fed up. Like a lot of people, like we're cutting it. Like my sister, she's recently cancelled her Netflix, but she's saying she wants to go to Apple TV. So sometimes, even though you cancel one, you're jumping to another one. Maybe the price or the deal's better, like who knows. But let me know in the comments your thoughts. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video. Stay safe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.